அதுக்கப்புறமா அஜய்னு ஒருத்தனை கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு அவங்க குடும்பத்தையும் நாசம் பண்ணிட்டா.
As you head on down, this Kallang Basin, alright, and you want to look over to your right. Do you see that gigantic observatory wheel? Proud to say, as a Singaporean, Singapore flyer, tallest observatory wheel in the world. That is the tallest observatory wheel in the world. It stands at 165 meters, about 42 stories high. Yeah, so if you take the flyer and you go all the way to the top, the 165 meters mark, you can actually see about 80% of Singapore. And on clear days, you may even see islands as far away as Indonesia, as well as Malaysia. So that just goes to show two things. Number one, the flyer indeed is the tallest wheel in the world. That's why I see 80% of Singapore. Okay? So one round around this Singapore flyer takes you about 30 minutes, alright? About 30 minutes. One round. You get to see the very beautiful sunset. Okay? And on your way down, you get to catch a glimpse of the very beautiful Singapore when it's at night. Yeah? Very beautiful night lights of Singapore. But don't worry, because that company actually reserved 20% of the tickets for walk-in purchases. So if you were to walk into Singapore Flyer right now, yeah, if you were to walk in right now, it's on at the desk counter itself. But of course, only 20% of the tickets remain. Alright. Over to all that. Okay, do you guys know what they're building there? That's correct. They're building the very first casino in Singapore. Very first casino in Singapore. And this casino over Toilet will be completed by the year 2010, and it will be managed by a Las Vegas company known as Las Vegas Sands. Right? Gambling in Singapore was legalized 3 years ago. So right now having us not very nice. So in Singapore we don't call them casinos, we call them integrated resorts. Makes it sound a little bit more family oriented. Makes it sound a little bit nicer. Yeah, this integrated resort over to our left, or IR for short, the IR to our left, will be called Marina, right? You see a very colorful stadium. That is known as the Marina Bay Floating Stadium. Marina Bay Floating Stadium. Believe it or not, Marina Bay Floating Stadium, seating capacity of 27,000. So 27,000 spectators can comfortably sit at the floating stadium over to our right. I did say that it's a floating stadium above that floating platform, okay? But I'm not too sure how it's going to work, because once they kick the ball out of bounds, they have to swim to get the ball, okay? So we will see, alright? We'll see in the near future how it works, yeah? Should be quite interesting, if you ask me. Should be quite interesting. And now everybody slightly over to our left. Yeah, you see the jungle of skyscrapers. That, my friends, that is the Central Business District of Singapore, or what we call for short the CBD area. And it's over at the CBD area where you find Singapore's very first financial district, as well as Singapore's three tallest buildings. Yeah? Take a look right now, see if you can spot the three tallest buildings in Singapore over to our left. Should be quite obvious, should be quite obvious. back to Singapore in like, or rather if you stay in Singapore for another 5 years or so, then we come back to this area in 5 years or so, you'll see the concrete jungle expanding, more and more skyscrapers in Singapore. Now right ahead of us now, that is known as the national tourism icon of Singapore, the Merlion. Right ahead of us, the Merlion. Merlion made up of two creatures, a lion head and a mermaid's body. Okay, right ahead of us. The lion head is supposed to represent our tour, right? One of the most photographed scenes in Singapore. And this scene includes the Merlion, the Fullerton Hotel, as well as the beautiful Singapore city skyline. For those of you who don't have your cameras, never mind, it's okay. Just sit back, relax, and just admire the beautiful architecture of the Fullerton Hotel. I'll tell you more about the Fullerton Hotel later on, okay? Okay guys, take a look. Do you guys see the beautiful Fullerton Hotel just now? Yeah? Just to let all of you know that Fullerton building in the past, it used to be the Singapore General Post Office. By the year 2001, it was converted into a prestigious 5-star hotel. Yeah? And those of you who like chocolate, every Thursday evenings to Saturday evenings, starting at 8 p.m, they have chocolate buffet at the Fullerton Hotel. Okay, so it's all you can eat chocolate, right, at the Fullerton Hotel. But of course, quite expensive, quite expensive. It will cost you around 30 Singapore dollars. Okay? And now everyone take a look over to your left. Do you see that very, very tall building in the distance? Yeah, the very, very tall building. That is a hotel. There's a hotel called Swiss Hotel de Stamford. Swiss Hotel de Stamford. Yeah, take note of that hotel. For now, just take note of how tall that hotel is. I'll tell you more about the hotel arts scene in Singapore. Yeah, so do expect to find a lot of musical performances, theatre productions and such over the Esplanade. And some of the world-renowned musicals that have made its run at the Esplanade includes West Side Story as well as Phantom of the Opera. Okay, so if you're a fan of such musical performances, please head on down to the Esplanade. Yeah? And the late Pavarotti once sung at the Esplanade ages on the bed. Just to let all of you know, yeah, the original design of the Esplanade, is actually that of two glass domes. But because they are made of glass, in the daytime, it gets very hot. Yeah, because of greenhouse effect, heat is trapped inside, that's why it gets very hot. Yeah, so what they did was they actually put these pipes right on top of this Esplanade, yeah, to actually divert away the sun's rays so that it'll be cooler inside. And just to let all of you know, this Esplanade itself, during the daytime, no artificial lights are being used inside. So the light that you see inside the Esplanade, all natural lighting, all natural light, okay? Actually, if you take a look over to your left, you can actually see some white markings on top of the green field. So you soccer field.
Monkeys and rocks.
Spice myself, so I know. Okay, the answer is 7,139. So I guess that's over there. who won a quacker from all the kids, he wins a quacker from me, alright? Let's put hands together, congratulate him. Yeah, well done. For actors, alright? And it includes a conservatory over at Gardens by the Bay. So those of you nature lovers on board, something for you to look forward to in Singapore in the very near future. Okay? And if you guys have finished drinking a bottle of water, what you may like to do, alright, is actually unscrew your empty bottle of water. Stick the empty bottle of water out of the tap and take a very big scoop of the water outside. Why? For memory's sake. Because right now the water outside, sea water. It is sea water. But by the year, or rather by the end of the year 2009, this complex will be converted to Singapore's 15th, right? 15th and largest freshwater reservoir. Okay, and this reservoir will be called Marina Bay Reservoir, or rather Marina Reservoir. Alright, right here, Marina Reservoir. And how is that possible? Turn your heads over to your right. Do you see that dam? DAM, the dam that's built over there. Alright, the dam is called the Marina Barrage. Okay, so there's a need to regulate the freshwater level inside. Okay, so by the end of the year 2009, this place will be converted to Singapore's 15th and largest freshwater reservoir. Okay, and this balloon itself, okay, right now the normal standard flight, it rises up to a height of 150 meters, 150 meters, 180 meters, okay, and this balloon at 180 meters, this Padang is said to be one of the oldest pieces of land in Singapore, because it was once said that the founder of Singapore, Sir Stamford Raffles, yeah, he first signed the contract, the treaty with the Temanggung, with the Sultan, to develop Singapore into a trading post right here at the Padang. Yeah, so it's one of the oldest pieces of land in Singapore. And in the distance now, do you see the flying saucer? That is the new Supreme Court of Singapore. New Supreme Court of Singapore. There was once a tourist on New Supreme Court of Singapore. Very nice contrast between modern and olden architecture of the Supreme Court. Right here to our left, this is the last classical building. To take a look up to see how tall this hotel really is. Now this hotel is so tall that it is actually the tallest hotel in the world. 22 years, because they actually have the Swiss Hotel Vertical Marathon held every year at the Swiss Hotel, the Stanford, alright? So what you do as a participant, you took a timing of 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Only 6 minutes and 55 seconds to run up 73 stories. Huh? Can you imagine that? That's like 4 stories in every 10 seconds. There are 8 flights of stairs in every 10 seconds. Very, very fast, huh? Very, very fast. For the women's event, I'm not too sure who set it and when it was set, but I do know the record timing. The record timing is 8 minutes and 5 seconds. 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Also very fast. Okay, 6 months straight. I wish you all the best in luck. Alright, I think you're crazy, but all the best. Alright, all the best. Now take a look over to our left. Yeah, do you see this white colored building over to our left? That is probably the most famous hotel in Singapore, the Raffles Hotel. Yeah, and why is the Raffles Hotel so famous? Because of 2 reasons. Number 1, very expensive. And number 2, there are no rooms in the Raffles Hotel. Only suites. A total of 103 suites. Okay, so a night in a Raffles Hotel can cost you anywhere from $600 to over 6,000 Singapore dollars. And now to our left, that is the Civilian War Memorial. Alright, over to our right, Civilian War Memorial. Yeah, and this Civilian War Memorial was constructed in memory of our forefathers and ancestors. Civilian War Memorial every year. Alright? So this Civilian War Memorial is supposed to symbolize the 4 major races working together as one, achieving greater heights. Alright? Suntec City. Ladies on board, listen up, because Suntec City, second largest shopping mall in Singapore. Yeah.